change this course placement. And then 3, what you would hope would happen, encourage your child to speak with their teachers about why they weren't recommended for these courses, possible options. I mean, this is something that we put in place. So this year we had an appeals process for students if they weren't recommended for courses, and we gave them the opportunity to first talk with their teachers about why they weren't recommended and the reasons behind the recommendation that was made for them, and then 2, after talking with them, submit an appeal. So the appeals will be releasing decisions regarding appeals before the end of the year. But again, that was a way for the student to initiate and say, can I talk with you about why you made the decision, versus a parent saying, fix this, change this, you got this wrong. So I think the kind of these 2 scenarios, because these are, because there's this focus on grades, focus on courses, and then I think, this last slide I'll talk about, here are ways, and certainly this is, we're never going to combat all this, but these are things that I would suggest for parents as, you're trying to manage kind of a very hyper environment and a hyper focus on grades, courses. How can you as parents model positive behavior in terms of supporting your child and kind of supporting their goals? So here are my list of tips for how you can be a model student and a model parent. So for the students, if we had students here, I would say to them, certainly you do want to study hard. We're school that we support students doing well, but be willing to take risk and manage setbacks. You're always not going to get the grade. You're always not going to get the goals you want. Actually, in advisory, these last couple weeks we've been talking about grit, and so some of your students may have talked to you about this in upper school advisory. But the setbacks as a part of the process. So be willing to manage your setbacks. Be authentic in your exploration of your interest and passions. So if you are someone, as I mentioned before, if you're someone who really doesn't like science, then why maybe you don't want to pursue science-related or science-oriented activities. Pursue the things that you're truly interested in. In life of the school, as I mentioned before, kind of one of the strongest points about the Oak Hall experience is that we do encourage student life and and having the ability to have lots of different extracurricular experiences. And really, so when families come to me at 9th grade, what should we be doing now? My response is, be engaged in the life of the school. You want to get involved, find your niche, whatever that niche is, find it within your school experience. Productive summer months. Now, when I say productive summer months, this doesn't mean, oh, I have to take a course, oh, I have to do this. It could be getting a job. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity where sometimes students, just having a job that, like, it's bagging groceries at Publix, but just doing something that, you don't have to be doing it every day, but something that you enjoy doing. Or if you're someone who really is into the environment and you really are into doing beach cleanups or just serving your community, whatever it is that you truly want to do, you can spend some time during the summer. Certainly the summertime is a time to decompress, but you can also be doing things to give back to your community, enrich yourself. So, and then savor them. And then we talked about I think you had mentioned this. You'll only be in high school once in a lifetime, so savor the moment. Enjoy this time because it will go by quickly. And then parents, here's how you can be models for positivity for your kids. Allow them to to find their strengths, passions, interests, concerns. Like they will. This is the time when they're figuring out what are the things that they care about. What are the things that are important to them? So kind of step back and allow them to do that. And those 2 scenarios that I mentioned, this kind of goes back to that. Encourage your child to be their own advocate. Self-advocate, manage setbacks. I know as a parent, it's easy to kind of want to help. You want to help. There's some things that you do, parental help is needed, but those two scenarios that I mentioned, those are things that you can support but don't do for your child. Let them manage setbacks, because I tell kids all the time. Well, when you go to college, if there's a grade that you're concerned about, mom and dad and the professor are not going to connect. The professor is going to say to your parent, sorry, your kid's an adult and I'm not going to talk to you. And that's going to be the end of the conversation. So this is a time now to start encouraging self-advocacy and and helping them to manage the setbacks. The depth of their breadth. I get this question a lot about how many things should I be involved in? And again, it's more important that breadth of participation versus like having a laundry list of things that you're involved in, but you basically have minimal impact and involvement. So if it's, just some examples, we have students that, have interest in lots of different things, that they're a varsity athlete, but they're really involved in student government. They're also part of ACP. Great, and those are things that take a lot of time. But it's okay to not, if some students will say, well, what if I don't play a sport? That's fine. Not everyone is an athlete. I had a parent ask me the other day, well, do I need to get my kid involved in sports? I said, do they have an athletic interest? No. Why would you want to do that? I know they're really interested in this, so why would you want to pursue that? So again, the depth of experience is more important than versus having a whole list of things that you have very minimal impact and involvement. And then there's still time, don't dwell on the past. The reason I say this, because I do, in conversations with parents, I do encounter situations where parents will say, like sophomore, junior year, and they're saying, well, we should have done this, or you should have done better here, and then now this is why you're in the situation you're in now. So either the student didn't do as well as they could have in a previous grade, and the parent is blaming them basically for the state of where they are now. And my response is, there's still time to recover. Like at the 9th and 10th grade pre-college night, we had a young man who I think was new to Oak Hall. And he said, well, what if you haven't done that? I came to the school and like all the things that you guys are talking about, and we said to him, there's still time. There's still time for you to kind of figure out kind of where you want to go. Let's say if you may not have been the strongest student previously at your school, there's still time to recover from that. But don't kind of dwell, you can't change what choices you made previously. You can only kind of focus on the path ahead. Questions about any of that? So again, I will send this, I will get this presentation, so this will be publicly available. I hope this has been helpful for you all, and please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about anything. Certainly the juniors are kind of the focus right now, but I'll be here different points in the summer, so if you want to drop in, have questions, you want to chat, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you all for coming. I'll be around for a little bit, so please feel free to come by or up and if you have questions. Thank you.